Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Before we get into this video, I want to say this. If people show you whom they are, please do not make excuses for them, because there is no need for that. And I want us to run with that. The fact that palm colored people wake up every day to provoke black people and at the same time act like they are the victim is something that I really do not understand. But that is just them, right? And I want us to understand something, everybody, both Asians, Latino, and all that these people do not even care about minorities at all. I'm not just going to say black people, because we all already know that right from time. But sometimes, all these minorities also think because they have their skin is way lighter than us, that they have upper hand than us. See, we are all on the same level, and there is nothing you guys will do about it. Not until we decide that we are going to come together and do us better for us. But I do not believe in anything that got to do with back pork, right? I am not in support of that. But then these people are going to come out to do blackface, right? And at the same time make you feel like there is nothing wrong with it. It is just okay. It is just normal. What is normal and what is okay doing blackface? You know what? Let's get into this.
Black folks are people now. They don't need your help. They're strong enough to fight their own shit. Oh, into that.
Is this you?
But as a leading expert in blackface, you also try to emulate being a black man? Officer, I don't have anything. I'm a great fucking colored. Dear black folks, sorry, African-American folks, which is bullshit. They folks are my complexion, but somewhere in your family tree, they wanted some of this grade A platinum card hold. And if this hurts your feelings, call your dad. I'm almost positive he'll answer.
Well. Let's have a chat, girly pop. I just want to start off by saying I thought we left this kind of content and humor back in 2020, well really 2013, but not everybody has Google Chrome or Safari. Some people are still using Internet Explorer, so they're left behind on the internet. But I'm going to give you a pass for that one, because there is something so genuinely hilarious when it comes to a lot of conservatives and their cognitive dissonance. As you just demonstrated in the beginning of the video, you were just a little Malcolm X out there telling us black people that we can vote and think for ourselves, and all the white leftists and liberals are the real racists out there. But then, like moth to a flame, you had a window of opportunity to be racist and you took it. You took it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different times. I literally could have recorded more footage, but I ran out of phone storage. And before you say it, I'm gonna say it for you, because I already know what you're gonna say. These videos were out of context. I was just stitching other racist videos. It was a joke. Here's what I'm going to say to that. For one, the joke is not joking. You guys are not comedians. I advise you to go to Second City and work on that comedy factor. For two, I'm all for revenge. And I'm all for fighting fire with fire on the internet. But what y'all don't realize is when it comes to racism, y'all are always going to be fighting fire with a flamethrower, an army tank, and a bomb. And that's not a stray at nobody. Y'all just have over 400 years of material to choose from. But you knew that. Look, this video is getting very long. I'm just going to leave you with this. Minorities, I'm not going to say all, but majority of conservatives do not care about you. They will sit and play in your face about unity, but you give them one reason, and one reason at all, to say something so disgustingly out of pocket, they're going to take it. They're going to take it, and we have to be real.
Is black women straightening their hair, wearing wigs, the same thing as white women wearing box braids and other black cultural protective styles? Well, let's examine. Why do black women wear wigs or straighten our hair? Wigs originate in 2700 BCE Egypt, part of the great continent of Africa. According to historians, there is a lot of research that suggests that wigs were worn to show rank in society. These wigs were worn by royalty and upper-class citizens, and could range in style from curly to coily, and some were even in braids or locks. Many of these wigs were adorned with gold, lace, or other decorations. Africans brought wigs to Europe, where wigs that were completely made out of false hair became more popular. Now in the United States, it was black queer people who popularized wigs by using them as tools of cultural and gender expression, as well as protective styles. The first recorded drag balls took place in Hamilton Lodge just after the Civil War. By the 1950s and 60s, stage performers were using wigs for creative expression in their stage looks. Now, the U.S. has a long history of natural hair discrimination against black women and other men and women of color, whose hair is more textured and closer to 4C, which is associated with Africans. Many schools, institutions, and places of business and employment have put into their policies and handbooks that hair must be worn in certain styles, a way that white America implemented forced professionalism through anti-blackness and enforced this onto black men and black women. Thanks to anti-blackness and slavery in the U.S., black hair has come to be seen as messy, unprofessional, unkempt, wild, and even unattractive. So for a lot of black women, wigs, hot combs, and relaxers made it a tiny bit more possible to be able to fit into the expectations for hair within these settings. Coupled with the lack of representation in media and microaggressions from peers and constantly being judged by European beauty standards, some black women were unable to create a healthy relationship with their hair, and some even may not have felt comfortable in their own skin and their own natural features. Now, this is not the case for every black woman that wears a wig or straightens their hair or gets relaxer or whatever the case may be. So do not ever assume that it is. Now, many black women in film and entertainment and media have been forced to wear wigs because thanks to European beauty standards and the censoring of Eurocentric features, hairstylists have not been trained to do natural black hair. Many black women have shared their horror stories, going on set, getting in the makeup and hair chair, and no one knowing what to do with them. Many black women are forced to bring their own tools, do their hair themselves because no one knows how to do it. Because European beauty standards have been centered, and African Americans, black women, black men have been an afterthought. Ask any black man or black woman who's in media or entertainment. I'm sure they have more than a few stories they could share with you. Now, in true black girl magic form, many black women have been able to shake the stigmas attached to black women wearing wigs and have reclaimed the wigs as an important part of self-expression and versatility. Let's be clear though, white women wear weave and wigs too. You'd be surprised how many white women are walking around with tracks in their heads. Black women wearing weaves, wigs, or straightening our hair is not cultural appropriation, and wig wearing nor straight hair ever been exclusive to white women. Keep in mind, everyone's features come from Africans, and women of African descent, men of African descent can be born with any hair type. Black women wear wigs because wigs have been part of our culture, black culture, for centuries, and are a true testament to the resilience and creativity of black people. Now here's my question. What is there in white culture that could be appropriated? Does whiteness have culture to appropriate? I'm actually very curious. Let me know. Duet, stitch, comment. And remember that all black women, all black men, no matter if their hair is straight, if they're wearing weave, wig, or have a relaxer, if they have bantu knots, box braids, if they have cornrows, locks, micro braids, goddess locks, afro, whether their hair is 3B or 4C. All black women, all black men are beautiful, and black women can have any features available in the human genome. So no, it's not appropriation. It's our culture, and we do it well. Now you have yourself a day, love.
So this is all I got from this, and the fact that black people still have to explain we still have to explain ourselves every time, every day. And the fact that they always pull this card of telling you that why do you wear weaves, why do you do this, why do you do, because they are not able, or not even able, because most of them still go ahead to still culture appropriate and come back to tell you stories and act like they are the victim and the rest of it. Now let's get into this man that that opened his mouth very wild to talk about some certain thing. Now I want to make this thing very clear. I am sure a lot of black people already got the meme a long time ago, but some people other minorities do not get it. Number one is that these people really do not care about they do not even care about black people, and they also do not care about minority. For those that they are using as pounds and all that, that is their problem. That is what they choose, because it is very glaring that most of these people see how they treat us, Asians, Latinos, and all that. They see how they treat us, but still, they still want to that white supremacy kind of this thing and all that. Most times you see them trying to even let black people know that they have upper hand and all that. Whereas, like, when pop color people see us, they also group us in this, like, you all are still the same minorities and all that. We've been talking about unity and all that, but the reality is that I do not believe in BIPOC or anything. But we should already know what is good from what is bad. But some people have already refused to see the good part. They just want to associate themselves with the palm colored. And that is what they have chosen, and there is nothing we can do or say about it. We just let them keep doing their thing. Because most times I see Asians that tell you that I do not see myself as an Asian and all that, I see myself as a palm color. That really shows you how, like, how do you want to work with that person with that kind of mentality? It is very hard to work with them. So I really do not believe in BIPOC and all that. And the fact that they also, like, wake up to do, I don't know what pop color people, sometimes I don't know what they are trying to prove to us and all that. The fact that they go extra mile to tell you how rich the seas they could be and all that, doing blackface and all that, but then use some racial slurs and the rest of it. See, I am not gonna lie to you. Anybody that is trying to work with white supremacists and all that, that is your problem. But it is time we all wake up, including every one of them, Black, Asian, Latin, all of them. It's time they wake up to know that they are really using them. And really, there are so many things I really don't like, I don't want to, like, mix up with them, it is what it is. Because the same Asians that went ahead to say that Black people are the ones stopping them from their affirmative action, and they decided to see all. I don't want to see you all in my next video. Bye for now.